Hey everybody, it's David from Red Wagon Dioramas. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you a tour of one of my Kenner display shelves, the Tatooine shelf there right behind me. Before I get into that, I just want to remind everybody I'm going to be launching channel membership soon, so I'll have 2 different tiers, I think, different perks involved with that, so look for that soon. And secondly, I'm going to be going to the ICC convention in Nashville in October, so if you're around there, let's meet up. Okay guys, let's get into the shelf tour. I'm excited to show you the shelf because it's one of my favorite displays I have going right now, and I'm going to tell you the story of kind of how I put the shelf together over the last few years, what's in there, where I got it, that sort of thing. So come with me and let's take a look at my Kenner Tatooine display shelf. Hey guys, first thing, I've got motion censored lights up here. These are LED panels I got at Costco. Check this out, little sensor right here. Ooh, beautiful. Everything on this shelf is from the first Star Wars film, A New Hope. The beginning of the movie when we're meeting Luke and Ben Kenobi and the droids and the original scene in the cantina and all that. So that's kind of my theme for the shelf. I really love how it's put together right now. And as you guys can see, I've got a mixture of original Kenner figures. I've got some of the modern Gentle Giant 12-inch jumbo figures loose on display here. I've got some customs, some figures made by the Next 17 and Stan Solo, as well as some other non-Star Wars bits and pieces here for the backdrops and such. So starting over here with the Sandcrawler, I wanted to show this off. This is probably my most recent large piece that I've added to the shelf was the Sandcrawler. I picked up the Sandcrawler back in April at Comically Speaking's 50% off store-wide sale, which was awesome. I did a video on that. You can watch the Toy Hunt video if you want to see that. But I was so excited to get this because obviously I kind of thought a Sandcrawler would be like, $600, $800, somewhere around that, and it would just be out of my budget for quite a while. But I got this one for $175 at that sale, which was great. And it has the door on it. It's missing the elevator and the battery compartment. It doesn't, have the controller. I don't know if it works. But for me, I just wanted a display piece, so it's awesome right here on the shelf. Right on top of it, I've got the little enamel pin Sandcrawler box from Left Coast Graphics from Rick. Just a fun little vintage style box that he sent with his enamel pin, so I've just got that up there right now. Next to him, I've got R2 and 3PO in the 12-inch scale. Now, 3PO is from that, like the 1990s line where you had like the flip open boxes. I don't know when those were made, like in the late 90s. I got him for $5 at a yard sale, which is a great deal. And I picked him up just because I love the chrome look of 3PO, and it reminded me of the vintage toy. I don't have the Gentle Giant 3PO in my collection at all, so this is my stand-in right now, but he looks great. And he is right next to the Gentle Giant R2-D2 with the, with the third leg that's from the Droid factory set. That came out, what was that, last fall, I think? Or maybe earlier this year. I have a review on that R2-D2 too, if you want to check that out on the channel. Now, of course, next to the droids, we've got some Jawas, and I've got a vintage R2-D2, a vintage R5. I've got a vintage Farm Boy Luke here, and I have Owen, Uncle Owen from the Next 17. I love this figure. I got this one a couple months ago, and it's a real great figure. Kenner never did this figure, so it was nice to add it to the line. Check out the next17.com. I'm a big fan of their figures. Now for the 2 Jawas I have here, this one is the Hasbro release that came out recently, and then this is an original Kenner one. You can tell by the feet. I do want to mention the backdrop here is from the Cardboard Galaxy. I bought their large sandy, base plate and their desert scene backdrop back there. I wish they were just a little bit taller. I would have customized it a little different if I was printing it myself, but it fits the space pretty well. So I'm very happy with that. The next Sandcrawler here is the Land of the Jawas playset, done by Kenner back in, the early 80s, or when was that, in 79. So that comes with a cardboard Sandcrawler. It has a little elevator that goes up and down. You can actually put figures in the back if you turn it around. It comes with the cool pod. Love this thing, the escape pod that the droids were in. And it comes with the base plate, obviously. I added a little piece of fake greenery there just to give it some color. The Jawas here are not authentic vinyl cape Jawas. I don't have any of those in my collection. These are just the Stan Solo Jawas that I got when I bought some of his other figures earlier. Then, of course, I got the Landspeeder here. I've got Luke and 3PO on their way looking for R2. This Luke is also by the Next 17. This is the Farm Boy Luke that comes with the cool hat and the soft goods poncho and the binoculars there. So another great figure I got when I got Uncle Owen. And they just look great on this shelf here displayed. All right, this brings us to the Tusken Raiders, the Sand People. I've got another one of these sandy bases from Kenner, the same base that came with the Land of the Jawas set there. But then I added this mountain backdrop. I really like this piece. This is available on Amazon. I'll put the Amazon link here in the description below. But you guys can buy these mountains in different colors. This is the sand colored version of it. I think there's a gray, there's like a reddish brown, and maybe a fourth one too. It works great as a backdrop for the Tusken Raiders. I just wanted them kind of all over the hillside there. So I've got Obi-Wan here, I've got R2 down here in the little cave hiding. I've got a bunch of vintage Kenner Tusken Raiders. Again, one of these is the recently released Hasbro version. I don't know which one this is. That's the Hasbro one right there, because his feet have the factory marking on them. This Obi-Wan is also Hasbro's Retro Collection version. I have my original Obi-Wan in the Cantina, so I put the retro one that I got from Hasbro right there. And then, of course, I've got the Bantha here by Stan Solo, which is a great piece. Factory made, has the hinged door for the feet for the figure to go in. I love that. I've had my issues with Stan Solo in the past, you know, personally with the owner, but I always love the figures. I mean, the products are great. All right, let's move down to the Cantina. All right, so you can see the Cantina here is packed full of aliens. I love this scene. I've got a mixture of a vintage Kenner stuff here. I've got a lot of Next 17 custom figures that I got recently over the last year or so. And then, of course, I got the Gentle Giant Jumbo aliens up there in the back, which they're just amazing. Backtrack back there, that's actually the record soundtrack for the original film for Star Wars. And I just have kind of opened up to show some of the pictures. The Cantina playset is, of course, the original Kenner playset that they released in 1979. I picked up the Cantina playset at my local comic shop a couple years ago. I think I paid around $100 for it, which is kind of going rate. It was missing the doors, so I had to pick up the doors later individually. Man, those are expensive, like $40 each. Anyway, I've got a full complete set now. I've figured out the rubber band on the doors. I didn't know that those were activated with the rubber band originally. I never had this playset as a kid, so this is all new for me and fun. As far as original Kenner figures, I've got a Snaggletooth up here. He's holding one of the thermal detonators from Next 17. I've got Chewbacca in there. I don't have Han Solo in here right now, I just realized. I've got Hammerhead, Walrus Man, Greedo. Greedo's got on the soft goods vest from the Next 17. Now, the rest of the figures in the Cantina right now are all customs from the Next 17. And these are factory produced. They're not 3D printed. So I like the quality of them. They feel like, you know, they feel like authentic Kenner figures. So he's got a Wolfman. He's got the Wooher, the bartender. He's got Dr. Evazan. He's got the two goat-like aliens. I forget their names right now. I put Squidhead in here just because I wanted another alien. And then I got Hemdazon and the Devil Man back there. Really cool setup. I really like that. This is the reason, guys, why I'm not back in the Cantina, because I have a really cool Cantina setup right now, and I don't think I'm going to be adding too many more characters to it. Maybe, we'll see. But I don't have a lot of shelf space, and this is, you know, small and contained, and I like it. It works for me really well. I also have the Kenner Dewback here in the corner with a couple stormtroopers. I would like to get a custom Sand Trooper figure. I'm hoping Hasbro will do that. I know Steve's got that kind of on his radar, so it'd be great to get some Sand Troopers in the vintage Kenner style. As far as more figures for the Cantina, I would like to get the Tonica Sisters. I understand Stan Solo is going to be putting those out. Hopefully I can get a hold of those. I'm sure Next 17's got some other figures in the pipeline too. And then just for fun, I couldn't resist putting some of my jumbo figures behind here. The first jumbo figure I got for the Cantina was the Snaggletooth. I got him at an eBay auction last year. And then I was able to pick up Hammerhead at the end of last year, which was really hard. He's one of the most expensive of the jumbo figures, hard to get. Greedo I just got, like, what, 2 months ago? He was in my 6 figures a month video. And Walrus Man I had gotten last year sometime too. He was carded up on the wall, but I just opened him up so I could put him back here with his buddies. All right, guys, so that's a view of my Kenner Tatooine shelf from A New Hope. Sandcrawler, Droids, Jawas, Tusken Raiders, and the Cantina. I love it. It's a great setup. I'm really happy with this shelf, and I wanted to show it on the channel. Things might change in the future, of course. Maybe this will look different a year from now. But right now, this is what it's looking like, and I'm really enjoying it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button for me. If you're new, please consider subscribing. And if you'd like to support me further on the channel, look for the channel memberships coming soon. Here's some other videos on my channel you can check out. May the Force be with you. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.